Look at that bridge. Look at how high that bridge is. What's up, everyone? We're back in Peninsula, Ohio. Boston, Ohio. Peninsula, Boston. I get them mixed up. We're around that area. This place used to be haunted. It was rumored. It was rumored to be haunted 10 years, 20 years, 30 years ago. Somewhere around there. Everybody was coming up with these mutants walking around and the Peninsula Python. There was a rumor of a giant python that would eat people, and mutants from a chemical spill, and crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Satanic cults. Lots of crazy rumors around here. Most of the stuff has been torn down. It's no longer there. It doesn't exist. It used to exist back in the day, back in the glory days, back in the old times, the oldie times. It doesn't exist anymore. But there are one or two or three relics, treasures, if you will, of the past. Artifacts, maybe you might call them. I think it's cool. You might also think it's cool. And if not, here's a bridge. Here's that bridge again. Look at that bridge. It's so high. That's such a sweet bridge. I'm going to tell you a little bit of the history, though. I'm going to show you a few cool little relics that are still intact. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. If not, you got to see a bridge. So, hey, you know, it's not a total waste. Just click off this video if you don't want to see the rest. But if you do, I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Let's go. Let's go. Boston, Ohio. Look at that sweet, pure, old-timey sign. Do you think they sell trail mix there? No, probably not. Look at this. This is one of the relics from the supposed haunted days. Crybaby Bridge. And rumor has it that a woman in white, years and years ago, for whatever reason, threw her baby over the bridge and into the water below. Why she did that, who knows? That's not part of the rumor. You're not supposed to think of that. Or the legend. Put that part out of your mind. That's, you know, don't question the legend. The legend is what it is. That's all there is to it. But supposedly, if you stop your car right here on this bridge, with your keys in it, and get out and walk away a few, I don't know, 100 feet or so, then when you come back, your car will be on, the engine on, the doors locked, and dusty handprints, or footprints. Dusty footprints will be on your car, in your car, near your car, somewhere in the general vicinity of your car. Why it's called Crybaby, I'm not sure, because you would think you would be able to hear the baby's cries, since he was thrown into the river behind me. But no, that's actually not part of the legend. It's only dusty footprints and your car mysteriously turning on. So, I don't know. Don't ask me. I didn't come up with the legend. It is what it is. But maybe, wait. Is that a baby? This would not be good if I dropped my phone right now. Hold on, hands. Hold on, don't fail me now. The townsfolk obviously don't want you to test the legend because they have no parking signs on this bridge. They do not want you to park, they do not want you to get out, and they do not want you to get attacked by the legendary ghost baby from eons past. So, you know, they're just looking out for you. They're just looking out for you. They want me to walk. So I will walk. Look at that, another one. No parking anytime. No parking anytime. They're very strict. They're very strict around here about where you can park. And I think that probably has something to do with the fact that this was a fairly big attraction back in the day with, you know, people that are interested in paranormal stuff and ghost hunters and all that stuff. which I'm not really particularly interested in it, but I do like history, and I do like weird things. So here we are. Judging by all these no parking signs, I'm pretty sure the residents around here got fed up with all the traffic, and that probably factored into their decision of why they tore down much of the abandoned buildings and historical landmarks associated with the old school Helltown. Because, you know, people constantly parking on your street, it might get a little annoying. Just a little bit. And here we are, Boston Cemetery. No vehicles on grass, remember that. The legend here is that an old man ghost sits on a bench, and sometimes you can see him. And I guess he just walks around and goes back to his bench. But as you can see, there is no bench. So what happened to the bench? And what does the old man sit on now? Some of these graves are super old. Like, look over here. Look at these graves back here. Can you even read the dates? Look at this. These are ancient. Let's see if I can see one. 1819. 1819, there it is. This one, no idea. Look how worn these are. Very old. Very old indeed. A lot of history here. Somebody important's definitely buried here. Oh, it's the founder. Stanford. He founded the town. And hence he gets the largest tombstone. There's also at least one other famous person buried here. If I can find him, I have no idea where he's buried. But I'm gonna look. I'll let you know if I find him. And I'll let you know if I don't find him. Either way I'll let you know. Look at this. Never seen a tombstone in the shape of a tree stump before. So you're probably wondering how the legend got started about Helltown. And as far as I can tell, it basically started back in the 70s when much of this land was taken from its owners by the government in order to create Cuyahoga Valley National Park, which is much of this land you see around me is part of the park. So they paid the owners, they took the land, they didn't ask them if they wanted it to be taken. They just took it and made it part of the park, and a lot of people were outraged by that, and because of that, a lot of buildings sat abandoned for many, many years, decades, and whenever you get a lot of abandoned buildings in one place, I think rumors start, legends, tall tales, if you will, and people just, you know, they started saying it was haunted because of all the abandoned things, and there was a story about a school bus that I guess ghosts lived in or children died in, something along those lines, and a hearse would chase people out of the town if you came in here after dark. Just a whole myriad of various tales. But with all the buildings, or most of the buildings being destroyed, I think those rumors have pretty much died down. And now there's only the cemetery, the Crybaby Bridge, and one other thing that I'll show in a little bit. One more interesting tidbit. Another legend regarding the cemetery. See this hill here, this mound? The cemetery's up there. And supposedly, this mound is an Indian burial ground. Whether or not that's true, I have my doubts, but that's the legend. The legend goes that when they first dug the graves, they found skeletal remains, and they disposed of those remains somewhere else. And I guess that's why this place is supposedly haunted, because of the spirits felt they were disrespected with them moving the remains and making it a cemetery for other people. Again, I don't know if that's true. I have my doubts, but that's the legend. So believe it if you want. It looks like I was unsuccessful. I was looking for a man by John Brown or Jim Brown. It's either John or Jim. But supposedly he's buried here, and he was a famous counterfeiter back in the day, back in the 1800s. And he got caught eventually, but I guess a lot of people were on his side, because back then, I guess the economy wasn't very good, and the counterfeit money allowed poorer people to buy the things they needed to survive. But supposedly he's buried here, but I cannot find him. I have walked all over around here looking, and I would bet that I covered just about every tombstone. So my guess is that he is one of these that is so badly decayed or weathered that you just can't make out the name anymore. So there you have it. That's Boston Cemetery, with the supposedly haunted ghost of an old man who sits on a non-existent bench on top of a possible Indian burial ground. But in reality, it's actually a very peaceful place. And here's the last relic from the past. The so-called Satanic Church. Because as you can see, there are upside down crosses. And supposedly, back in the glory days of Helltown, this is where satanic cultists used to come to practice. But that, of course, was not the case. As you can clearly see, there's a right side up cross on the roof up there, on the steeple. And the upside down crosses are nothing more than a piece of architectural history, as it wasn't uncommon at the time to put upside down crosses on buildings for whatever reason. I guess they thought it looked nice. But because of that, this became known as the Peninsula Satanic Church, where spooky stuff happened. Which, the one spooky thing I will grant it is the name. The actual name is Mother of Sorrows, Roman Catholic Church. Which Mother of Sorrows does not, that does not, to me at least, sound like a church you would want to attend. But then again, to each their own. But there you have it. The last relic, at least that I'm aware of, in Peninsula, Ohio, the famed Satanic Church. Other than the upside down crosses, I mean, it looks like any other quaint church you'd find in a small little town like this. There is another church actually right over there, but that one, as far as I know, has no legend tied to it, probably because it lacks the necessary upside down crosses. Alright guys, that's it for me. Join me in another adventure down somewhere else. But that's it for Peninsula, A.K.A. Helltown. Or, at least, it used to be Helltown. Now it's just a quaint little town, quaint little buildings, and a real nice vibe. I really like it down here. Like, subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye. This is a surprisingly busy Crybaby Bridge. Everybody's going that way. But what is down there? I've been down there. There's nothing down there. I don't know what they're doing. Are they going to get trail mix? Is everybody hiking today? I think they might just be trying to interrupt my stupid little video. They know I'm here. They saw me. They found me out. And they just don't want me to make a decent video. Well, no worries, I've already got that covered. I guarantee you it's not going to be a decent video.